KG6BRG looking around. Kilo Golf 6 Bravo Romeo Golf.
One, two, three, four. Hello, WA6 LOL, Sonora. Hey, Phil, WB6GGY, WA6 LOL. Yeah, we're neighbors up here. Well, I'm glad you did. Good to talk to you there, Phil. And anyway, yeah, have fun with dinner. Yeah, for the FCC, WA6LOL. There's a familiar whistle.
Okay, give me the call again. I was standing up and walking away from the mic here. I didn't turn my high voltage on. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got to have your voltage on. Hi, Mike. K6MYC, WA6LOL, Sonora. 657? 856, I think.
Hey, Roger. Good evening, Dave. 856, we've got you. Hang on.
Kilo 6, Victor Bravo Golf, 971.
And I think BVB Vlad down there in Laguna Beach is on tonight, too, hearing me.
Okay, well, I'm beamed down that way. You mean Vlad in Southern California, Vlad?
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. And I hear you, Dave, K6VBG. I was thinking about you today and yesterday because I just remembered I hadn't heard you for a couple of days. Are you feeling okay, Dave?
Yeah, we were out of town for our wedding anniversary, so yeah, we went a couple of days out of town. So their anniversary's on the 2nd there. So yeah, we just headed over to the beach.
Yeah, well, that explains why you weren't here. A little better weather at the beach than here, huh?
Yeah, it was kind of nice, a little windy for a day or so, but Yeah, it was, 60s, 70s, and cold at night, but 60s or 70s in the daytime.
Yeah, well, if you were home, you would have been in the 30s. We were down to 37, 38 last night. And we're pushing to 60, but haven't quite made it, so a lot nicer over on the coast. And good evening again to you, Dave, and I assume you're feeling better over. I mean, two Daves here. WA6LOL, K6MYC, Dave.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to make an attempt to make it down there. I always hate to say this because then I flake out. Over the last year here, it seems like I say I'm going to do something, then I can't. But yeah, getting better. Everything seems to be staying where it's supposed to be staying here. So I'm going to try and make it down there to the club meeting Friday.
Yeah, okay, good. Be good to see you. I'm not sure we're going to make it, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear.
Yeah, it'd be good to see you. Yeah, I think so. Got a reservation down there all set up, and I make it early because, boy, sometimes if you wait till the last minute, they charge you an arm and a leg.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know they did that. Well, too bad about that. I guess you can't do much about that. It's better if you can make plans and carry them through. All right. Well, anyway, good to hear you. You're sounding good down here. I'm pointed down south, so I'm looking for the Southern California guys, and we're also looking for KB6RQU and perhaps even N7, N6SWR who might show up here. So we don't know who's going to show up and who isn't, but we're pointed that way initially here. And I guess we're coming up. We're still, well, it's just now 7:30, so we're not early and we're not late.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
Yeah, well, you're not the first tonight, Darryl, but sounding strong. Good to hear you. Over.
Roger, yeah. Well, I've been sitting here listening to you guys. That's okay, and I'm glad to hear Dave's out there. So, anyway, good evening.
Yep, good evening. And I have finally got a text message from Frank. He seems to be okay. I guess he's been working at a neighbor's yard, but his phone has been out of order. He had it in to get it fixed, and they fixed it, but he says it still doesn't, it can't hear. He can't seem to make any calls. He gets text messages out, but he can't seem to get it to a talk. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, he sent Judy a message that said he was okay, and he'd probably be here maybe tomorrow. So we'll look forward to that. Haven't seen him for a month here.
Well, yeah, I hope he shows up. Sounds like Frank needs a new phone.
Bravo, Victor, Bravo.
Sounds like Frank what?
Needs a new phone.
Well, he's had a new phone. It is a new phone that he's got there. That's the funny part of it. He traded his old phone in, got a pretty good deal on a new phone, and I don't know what happened there. He's hard on phones. He leaves them sitting in various places, and occasionally they get left out, and a lot of different things.
I know.
Yeah. Let me see. I heard a voice from down south. Who was that? K6MYC Bozo 47. Well, maybe it was just somebody leaking through, but not trying to get up this way.
WB6 ISO.
Off the backside, good evening to you, Dennis. 86, and we'll get up your way shortly. Have you collected any check-ins so far? Over.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, I did some check-ins. I'll be here, and I'll give them to you once you get up this way. Just let you know that I'm here. I'll catch you after a bit when you get this way. Over.
All righty. Do you want to give me some standard ones first before we go any further, or you're a good copy at the moment? Over.
I could give them to you right now if you'd like. Yeah, if you're ready to write them down, I'll certainly give them to you. Over.
Go ahead.
Yeah, are you ready to copy? Over.
I said go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm taking your signal block down on that too. I'll wait until you get this way, and if you wish, hopefully you'll be a little bit better at that particular time. Over.
WV6ISO, KM6SR. I got a good copy on you, Dennis. I can take them now if you want.
Call him again, Rob.
Yeah, I forgot to turn the amp on there. Okay, Dennis, WV6ISO, KM6SR. I can take your check-ins now if you want. Over.
Bravo, Victor Bravo.
Dennis, WV6ISO, KM6SRR. Finally got the amp on. I can take your check-ins if you want now. Over.
V6 Bravo, Victor Bravo.
Hey, Dennis, are you still there?
W6 Bravo, Victor Bravo. We hear you, Vlad. Good evening. W6 BVB, I think it is. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, K6 MYC, Vlad, and my Bozo is 47. Over.
Yeah, Roger, Mike, hope you well, and my Bozo number is 1164.
Yes, Dennis, I can take your check-ins now if you want. I'm pointed your way, and I finally got my amp on. Over.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I copy you just fine now, Robin. Very pleasure to be with you. Yeah, I had Mike was doubling with you a little bit, but I'll give you the ones I have here. Are you ready to copy? Over.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I'll give them real quickly. I'll give you three at a time. 160, 160, 336, 782. Break.
Okay, got him. Go ahead.
849, 132, 233. Break.
Okay, got him. Go ahead.
1063 and 1064, and I am Bozo 86. And with one more, 1101. 1101. That's the end of the listing I have. Over.
Okay, Dennis, we got them all there. Thank you very much. KM6SR will get back to Mike and the net control.
Okay, very good, Rob. I'll look for you this coming Thursday. Over.
Roger, Roger. Looking forward to it. 73.
Very good. Nice signal this way, Rob. Thank you very much.
K6USY.
From W6ISO 73. Take care. Stay warm.
Okay, K6USY, was that you, Aaron?
Yeah, I was just squeezing in there while Dennis there was signing off. K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
KK6ZKE 704.
KJ6TYO 1009.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Terry. Good evening, Ron, and everybody. I got everybody, I believe. Well, let's see, 1009, 1009, 704, and who was the other one?
It'd be 1079 and 1100.
Oh, no, I got you. Okay, that might have been who I was thinking of. Good evening, Aaron, and good evening, Ron, and good evening to Terry. Let's see. I was right in the middle of a QSO with Vlad, W6B Bravo Vector Bravo, Rob. So you might want to put down 1160, whatever the heck his number is, W6BVB, down in Southern California, 1161 or 1163, something like that.
Okay, just getting my computer fired up, Mike. I'll get in a second. KM6SR, standing by.
Okay. Very good. Let me shoot it over to you, Terry. How are you doing? And Happy New Year to you and everybody else on the frequency, for that matter. Things are going along pretty smoothly overall here. I guess it would be nice if the weather was 5 or 6 degrees warmer, but what can we expect for the middle of winter here? KK6ZKE, K6MYC.
Yeah, Mike, good evening, and good evening, everybody. Let me stop this transmission here. Oh, gosh, this computer's driving me crazy. Had too much going on in the background. been trying to clean up this computer today, and I think I messed it up.
Well, that's nothing new. You try to clean up an old computer, and because they've made so many updates that you didn't know of or you weren't aware of, the next thing you know, you got a really screwed up computer.
Yeah, every time it updates, it seems to get that way, but that's the way it goes, I guess.
Who said Roger, Roger? I guess it's the Southern California guys still checking people in there. All righty. Well, hopefully, Rob just went through the same thing. He just got a new computer also, and had to upgrade because his old computer wouldn't drive the printer anymore and all that sort of stuff. So he's been fighting it, but I think he's got it semi-tamed. How about it, Rob?
Yeah, semi-tamed. I went through a bunch of updates from the manufacturer tonight, which is a pain. And, of course, they have to have you check all the regular updates, which I already did. I can't seem to get this Bluetooth mouse to stay working. I have to turn it on each time I turn on the computer. So that's my issues right now. And I guess I should check in, number 432, KM6SR.
You've been checked in as soon as I heard your lovely voice. So we got you written down here. Good evening. Let me get it on down to Ron there. Ron, good evening to you. And let's see, you got to go to bed early tonight so you can haul some chicken legs in the morning, I'm sure. KJ6TYO, K6MYC in a group.
Well, good evening, Mike. Yeah, back to work. One whole day off, and I'm well rested. I did absolutely, well, I did some bills and some other work. Play around the computer, and that's about it. So I took it easy. I'm rested up, ready to go to work. Probably not till 5 in the morning, so I'll be good till about 9 o'clock. So anyway, hey, take care, and hey, stay warm. KJ6TYO 1009.
Well, I'm trying to stay warm. I got a funny heater here. This heater doesn't seem to want to stay on consistently. It goes on and off, on and off, on and off. And it don't matter where you turn the thermostat, it does the same thing. So I haven't quite figured out what it is. All I have to do is tap on it. There's a bad connection somewhere in the thermostatic control part of it. And you kick it, you tap on the case, and all of a sudden it comes up and heats up my legs again. But it is a little nippy out here this evening. Anyway, good evening to you. Good to hear you. Happy New Year to you, of course, and the family and all your chicken legs. Let's see here. Who am I missing? I'm missing somebody I forgot to go back to. Aaron, anything new on your side?
John's tried checking in a couple times, Mike, 711.
Oh, I haven't heard John.
Okay, I'm here, 711, K6MI.
Good evening, John.
Yeah, hi, Mike, K6MYC, KG6USS out here in High Desert. How you doing?
Yeah, KG6USS 831. We've got you there, John. Good evening to you. Sounding good. We've already got Vlad checked in from down your way. W6BVB, but I don't know about anybody else. But there's probably some of the boys that could check in with you from up this way. Let me shoot it to Rob first. Rob, are you hearing John there?
Yeah, probably. I got my antenna moved now. I was still kind of coming from talking to Dennis up north. How you doing, John? KG6USS. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo, number 432, over.
Hey, Rob, how you doing tonight? Got you in here loud and clear there, brother, as always.
All right, thank you. Next.
Yeah, hi, KG6USS, WA6LOL 856 in Sonora. Hi, John.
Hey, how you doing? LOL, got you in here. Likewise. What's your Bozo number again?
856, and the name is Dave. You got my QSL card on the wall down there.
Yeah, I'll probably have it in my drawers where I've got it. I ain't got no more room on the wall there. Roger, Roger.
Well, there you go. All right. Anybody else want to talk to John down there?
KG6USS from Kilo 6, Mike, Italy, 711.
Mike, I'm starting to lose a lot of you guys there. What was that last call?
Kilo 6 Mike Italy, K6 Mike Italy, 711.
Oh, copy the 711. Okay, buddy, gotcha. How you doing tonight?
Oh, very good. Happy New Year.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, all of a sudden the signal just started going damp on me here, Roger.
Very good.
How much power are you running these days, John?
150 watts.
I'm only putting out about 200 watts there, Mike.
Yeah, okay. Two Johns, K6 Mexico, Italy is also John. So that's why I got two answers there. You said 125 and John USS said 200, so you guys are pretty close in power. I think John has some noise down there. Anyway, anybody else for John in Delta Mike 14, go ahead now. Give KG6USS a call. K6MYC in the Northern California Bozo Net standing by. Very quiet at the moment, John.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm hearing a lot of guys from down south again. But you did get Vlad in there, right? You said you had Vlad from down in San Diego, right?
We can get to San Diego if there's somebody down there. We do hear the 100-watt station down there. N6, I've forgotten his call now, Golf Lima Sugar or something. I can't remember his call. But we've worked him several times, and we also get Vlad. Vlad, W6 Bravo Vector Bravo's got a very big signal, a very good signal, I should say, with his big station. So I've worked him already this evening. Good evening to you, John, and thanks for calling us in. Happy New Year to you and all the folks down that way. KG6 Uniform Sugar Sugar, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie.
All right, Mike, have a good evening. Thanks for everybody checking in. K6MYC, KG6USS 73, and back to Net Control, Southern California.
73. Okay, who else do we have in the San Joaquin Valley here? K6MYC and the group standing by. How about KB6RQU or N6SWR? You guys around?
I mean, Larry, did you copy KG6USS?
Hey, Mike, I was gonna let you know I'll be in the other room. I'll be monitoring, but gotta do something with the kids. I'll be back.
Roger. Understand, Aaron. No problem. Go do the kid thing. That's an absolute necessity, no doubt about it. K6USY and the group, K6MYC. If we don't hear anybody in the next minute or so, we're going to go toward the Tascadero and see if we can get W6QUI.
K6MYC, W6BVB, message for you.
W6 what? W6, what was the call? The W6 for Mike, go ahead.
You from
We doubled. Try it again. Go ahead.
I have message for you, Mike, from November Hotel 6 Victor, from Rob Van Gien. He says hi to you.
Okay, hello to Vlad, K6 Victor Papa. Hello to Vlad, over.
No. This hello from Rob Van Green to you, Mike.
Okay, I'm not sure who it is. Tell me again who's saying hello to me. Go ahead.
Rob Van Green, November Hotel 6 Victor.
Oh, November Hotel 6 Victor. Okay. Good. Happy New Year to him as well. Thank him for saying hello. Over.
Thank you very much. That's it. No more traffic.
It's a little difficult. You're a little bit chopped up with the QSB, Vlad, so the copy is a little difficult. You got a good, strong signal, but it's chopped up with the QSB. Over. Roger. That's it. Back to the net. Thank you very much. And 73. 73, Vlad, 73, and Happy New Year again to you. W6 Bravo Vector Bravo, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, 73. Okay. Anybody else in the San Joaquin? We're going to go to Atascadero in a minute, K6MYC Bozo Net.
Hey, Mike, that guy that said hi to you is on the moon there, NH6B. That's Rob Van Geen, WB6SHD. We were talking on the chat. He said to tell Vlad to say hi to you.
Okay. Yeah, it's a familiar call, but I can't remember. It's been years since I've heard from him. I know he just got started on EME a few years back. Over.
Yeah, I guess his call used to be WB6SHD. He said you would know him probably by that call from years back when he had a 6-meter beam out there on the beach at Hawaii working you.
Now, give me his call phonetically, his old call, W6 Sierra Hotel Bravo.
Sierra Hotel Delta, Whiskey Baker 6 Sierra Hotel Delta.
Yeah, well, it doesn't ring a bell, but that doesn't mean anything. I only worked 10,000 guys on 6, so that one doesn't ring a bell from Hawaii. Over.
Yeah, he was out there. They set up on the beach in Hawaii a 6-meter beam and worked EME with you, he said.
That wouldn't surprise me, but that's probably why I don't remember the call particularly, because I didn't say it. You know, if you say his call several times, then it starts to stick. Over.
Yeah. I'm not sure how long ago that was, but yeah, that was one of his first EME experiences. So we were on the chat, and BVV said, "Hey, I hear you, Dave, up there in Sonora." And then Rob jumped in and said, "Well, tell Mike I said hi." So anyway, that's the guys on the moon saying hi to you. All right, Mike, K6MYC, WA6LOL.
Is that Rob Van Geen? Is that who you're talking about?
That's him, yeah.
Oh, I know Rob. Yeah, I just didn't recognize all the calls. No, I've known Rob Van Geen for a long time. He used to work at Tandem with Jimmy, and we met him many times, and we actually met up with him in Hawaii. Went out there one time, I think we met him, and we saw him here. He was going to come by here with you one of these times, wasn't he?
Yeah, and then my body decided to do something different, yes. And then his dad, I guess, worked out there at Stanford, too, didn't he?
Well, yeah, he was an astronomer. His dad was an astronomer, and very high-tech, very high-end guy. And Rob's no slouch, but doesn't have the education that his dad had. Over.
Yeah. Rob was talking to me a little bit about his dad and some of the stuff that he did. Pretty interesting guy.
Yes, for sure. Now you know who you're talking about. Yeah, you should have said Rob Van Geen. I know him more by his name than I do by his call signs. All righty. Thanks much for the heads up there and the hello from Rob. Anyway, let me move on here. Let me check one more time. Anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley? K6MYC 2-meter Bozo Net. Nobody heard? Let's go to Atascadero. Okay, moving over here to Atascadero, W6QUI, K6MYC and the gang calling, over. I was afraid of that. He's not in here again. About KN6 Echo India Victor. About KB6 WRW. Nobody down there in Paso Robles or Atascadero. Doggone. Well, maybe after the middle of December, middle of January, things will settle down and people will start to come in regular again here. Hopefully, people remember we have a January VHF contest, VHF, UHF microwave contest on January 18, 19. Don't forget about that one. That's a biggie. And usually you get a chance to work some different people there's different people on at different times of the year. The June contest brings out some, and the January contest brings out other. The only problem in January is there's a lot less mobiling, a lot less rovers because of possibility of snow and stuff. Well, it doesn't look like it's much of an issue out here this year. All right, Atascadero, KW6QUI in the group, K6MYC Bozo Net, over. Okay, nothing heard. I'm going to go on to Santa Cruz. We got an awful nice list of fellows that checked in here. Of course, it's been added to a little bit longer than it would normally be because of Dennis's relays. But that was I missed one number from Dennis, so we'll have to go over that right near the end of Dennis's inputs. I missed one number after 7:33. Are you still there, Rob?
Yeah, I was trying to find 733. You mean 233?
Well, I got that. No, there was a 700 something, and came in. The last two were 1193 and 1194. I got those. One just before that.
Yeah, I didn't get those either. I got a 463 and a 464. I don't know. We'll go over it later on. I don't want to hold the net up. KM6SR.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with Dennis. I thought sure it wouldn't be 464. No, these are a man and wife, and they're new in the 1100s. 1164, 1163. Over.
Yeah, Olga, and I forget the other guy's name, but yeah, we'll take care of it afterwards. Over.
Okay. All right, let's see. KW6S.
MYC, KW6S, 610.
I got 610. There you go, KW6S, K6MYC. Thank you. And good evening. Happy New Year again to you. And thanks for being there. Over.
Yeah, things are going well here, and nice weather today, and outside in the shirt sleeves, and that worked out pretty good. Maybe got my station back together. I hope so, and we'll have to wait and see with a little bit of time. That's with a intermittent, you just never really know for sure.
You had some kind of a thing, RF feedback. You were keying some circuitry with another band, weren't you? Okay, yeah, I think you said you put it all back together, and then it wouldn't do it anymore. You didn't change anything. Those are always fun ones. Very good. Let's see if Lee is in here. Lee, AF6 United, Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. Are you here tonight? K6MYC.
K6MYC in the group, AF6 United, 1098, the countdown Bozo, present and accounted for, sir.
Yes, you are. There you are. Good signal too. You and Tom just roaring in here, Lee. Good signal. Happy New Year to you again. We won't be beleaguering people with that too much longer, but I'm never sure when it was that we last talked to you, but I'm pretty sure we exchanged Happy New Year's already last week there. In fact, on 432, I know we did, because we had pretty good copy on your 3-element on 432 there, Lee. Over.
Yes, sir, and we have exchanged Merry Christmases and Happy New Year's, I believe. So, yeah, let's just trudge on into the new year and see how things progress. I don't have anything new here. Like Tom said, it was kind of a nice day here today, but I had other responsibilities around the house, so nothing new here to report tonight. Hope you all are doing okay there. I hope you got some rain. It looked like some rain came through the last couple of days or something like that, and I hope you and Judy got at least half an inch or something like that, maybe along the way. So I'll say 7-3 for tonight, and
Also, Tom, if you could go up 10 for just a minute after we're done here, I'd appreciate it. K6MYC, KW6S, Alpha 6 Fox United. Back to net.
Okay, very good, Lee. And good signals. And let's see. I think the last time we talked, you were talking about getting everything over on the one mast that could rotate with one rotator. That will be good. We'll look forward to hearing you when you get that all done and fixed there. I was distracted for a second trying to get my earphones working right. Did you ask me a question, or are we all okay here?
No, everything's good. Just hoping you got some rain and everything's going okay on your end there. AF6 United, back to you.
Yeah, it was the rain comment. Yeah, that's what I was going to comment on. Well, we got 3 or 4 tenths of an inch. I can't tell exactly, but it did show up pretty noticeably in the rain gauge. So it was a nice little rain that came Friday. Started about 4 o'clock maybe Friday afternoon and rained for about 3 hours pretty heavily. So it wasn't too bad. I was pleased to get that. I think we might have had some other little sprinkles after that, but for the most part, that was the bigger one. Anyway, good to hear you, Lee. Thank you. And we'll see you, of course, tomorrow night on 6 meters. Back to you, Tom, for your wrap-up there at KW6 Sugar in the group, K6MYC.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, I should be on tomorrow night and on 220 and 6 and catch you then. Hope things keep moving along pleasantly, and I'm looking forward to getting in there for the on the VHF contest a little later in the month. Anyway, and I will catch you up at 10 there, Lee. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, very good, Tom. Yeah, we'll look forward to the contest. I'll probably be on, and we'll probably do the same similar things that we've done in the past. That Saturday night thing seems to work out pretty well. And Saturday night, starting at 7:30, we usually get on and do the 2 meters, and then, we do 432. No, we do 2 meters, I guess. Oh, is it 222? No, it's 222 first, then 432, and then we go out to the barn and do 1296. So that's what we'll do again probably this year. Hopefully we'll help out. We'll get some good conditions for a change on 1296. It's been pretty pukey lately. All right, 7-3, and bump it up a little bit into the Bay Area. KW6S and AF6 United, K6MYC clear, looking for Bozo check-ins from the Bay Area.
874.
874. No, that isn't right. Who is that?
That's the Vlad, another Vlad, the NorCal Vlad.
Oh, the North Vlad. Okay, yeah, I got you, Vlad. Very good. I got a funny problem with my hearing aid. I'm only hearing in one ear for some reason here. I don't know what quite's going on here. 874, good. And I did talk to the other Vlad tonight as well. You probably know that. Good to hear you. K6BBP, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, he told me that. We were just on the phone earlier. I think he heard you guys and the local net, so you guys were kind of doubling there.
Well, he had massive flutter on him, and it was difficult to copy, but he was trying to pass on greetings also from November Hotel 6 Victor that he was chatting with, I guess, on the HF bands. And so that was an old friend of ours, Rob Van Geen, still living in Hawaii. Anyway, good evening to you and Happy New Year, Vlad. Hopefully it goes well for the 2025 year for us all here. K6BBP, K6MYC.
I hope so too, Mike. 7-3.
Give me your number again, 874?
Yeah, you got it. Your memory is better than your vision.
Okay, gotcha. All righty. Take care. And who else do we have in the Bay Area? K6MYC Bozo Net.
WB6JNN 285.
Okay, I got 285, and I heard somebody else underneath there, but hold on a second. Jim, good evening, and hopefully you had a good weekend here. WB6JNN, K6MYC with much better copy than we had on 432 the other night. It was up and down and in and out.
Yeah, you're coming in S9 plus about 5, and so not a problem here. And we had some clear skies tonight. Well, clearish skies. There's some light clouds up there floating by occasionally, but so I'm trying to get a new picture of the sky here. I'm not familiar with the particular thing I'm trying to get, but we'll have to see how it turns out. But it's all automated out there, so I can come in here and be on the air. And yeah, we've done pretty well. Got all the household stuff taken care of. Got the city out of our hair, and we're doing fine. WB6JNN.
I finally got all that approved and finished. That's good. I don't. You never know when that's going to end. Sometimes they can be persnickety. We don't have much problem with the Madeira people here. They're very tolerant, but Fresno's a different story when it comes to building permits and inspectors. They can be ornery. Anyway, good deal. And good to hear you. Take a final, and then we'll see who else is in here. Jim, WB6JNN, K6MYC. Yeah,
okay, very good. And yeah, I'm glad you were able to work some of the guys down south. I was listening on the interweb here. But yeah, everything's doing fine. WB6JNN.
Alrighty, good deal. Yeah, we caught a few of them down there, not a whole bunch, but a few guys got through back down from here as well. 73 said, Jim, yeah, booming signal. Thanks for the 5.9 plus a little bit here. Okay, Bay Area, there was 2 or 3 others in there. K6MYC standing by.
Hello, Echo 6, Quebec Romeo, Bozo 177.
Yeah, you're very loud, Gary. I won't complain about that signal. KE6QR 177. How are you, and Happy New Year?
Happy New Year, Mike. You're coming in really good. I got great band conditions. I worked the RTTY contest off and on over the weekend, and I think I forgot now. 256 contests. Not too bad for just fiddling around a little bit here and there and all that sort of stuff, but it's a lot of fun there. 15 meters seemed to be the preferred band for me. A lot of times on 10 and 20 I couldn't get good print coming through. I don't know what was going on with that, but 15 seemed to be my best band there. Anyway, you're sounding great tonight.
Well, there's a lot of coronal crap going on. You probably know about the big coronal hole, and I think it's spewing out some stuff. It's making things better and worse depending on frequency and so on. On Saturday, we have a morning sched on 20 meters at 8:30 local time with South Africa, and they were pounding in on Saturday, S9 plus 10 to 20, with reciprocal reports for me on that way. And very solid, and it lasted. And we tried to get at 2100, and we actually made contact at 2100 again, even though it was much later. So that shows you we can force that path for many hours. It was well into their late hours of the night. 2100 is 11 o'clock in the evening for them. Anyway. But yeah, today, on the other hand, was in the toilet, and the day before, before Saturday, was in the toilet on 20. I can make it. They were 5 and 6, 5 and 7, but nothing like the 20 over 9 that we had today. So the 20 meter band is just all over the place. Good one day, and in the tank the next. So I would imagine that you just had to play for the one that worked for you on that particular day, Gary. I'm glad you had fun in the contest there. K6QR for your final, K6MYC.
Okay, well, that's an interesting analogy. Hey, by the way, I don't remember the guy's call sign, but about 3 or 4 days ago on 10 meters in the afternoon, I put out a lazy CQ and worked the station in Nambia, that country in just above South Africa.
and we actually had a rag shoot for about 20 minutes. It was pretty cool. Had great signals, too. I was really surprised to see that happen. Okay, thanks for letting me stop by it, and you have a good day. KE6QR out.
That would be Namibia, V51. There's several over there, but the guy that's been there longest with the best signal when he's on is V51 Bravo, but there's 2 or 3 others now that are come on, and it's such a good location. Looks right out over the Atlantic. So Namibia is an awful good one. V51. And who do you remember the call? The suffix?
No, I would have it for my logbook, but I don't see it right now. But yeah, I looked him up. He had like several 100,000 lookups on Georgia, so I knew he was busy.
Yeah, V51 Bravo. That would be Andre. Does that ring a bell, Andre?
That's who it was, and it was not a 599 thing. It was an actual long rag shoot.
Yeah, very good, very good. Well, if you work him again, say hello to. I haven't worked him for a couple of months. He used to be on 40 all the time. We worked him almost every night on 40. But his kids got older, and he got tangled up with school and getting the kids to school and all that kind of stuff. And then his quad, he had a 2-element quad on 40 that fell down from a windstorm, and he didn't get it back up yet. He's back on, but he doesn't have the big station like he had before. 73 Gary, K6MYC. Thanks for the greetings from Andre.
Okay, 73 is Mike. Thank you. KE6QR.
You might know I know most of the guys over there, over.
Yes, I've heard you talk to them before, too.
Okay, 73. All right, let's see. Bay Area, Bozo Net, K6MYC.
W6CQL. 900.
1161. Okay, who is the 1161? Go ahead.
Zulu, Papa, Zulu, Papa, Yankee, 1161.
Roger, 1161, K9, Zulu. I'm missing the middle letter, but I got your number, 1161. I remember that. And we had several others in there, so let me just race through everybody. I got 1296 in there, and 96, and we got 900. So we got KB6BA. We got you, Oliver. Hang on a second. Let me shoot it back to Jim, and then we'll get it over to you. Got W6 Papa Queen London in the group, K6MYC.
All righty, Mike. Well, an uneventful weekend here, but, cold. I guess everybody's complaining about the same thing. Come on, summer. See you later. Carry on. K6MYC, W6PQL.
It's a little on the nippy side. It was nice if the sun stayed out, but we had this hazy stuff that would come in. Kind of a light cloud would come over. You could get sun through it, but it wasn't as warm as it should have been, and then it would clear up, and it'd get real nice, real pleasant. And I was out till about 3:30, and then it started to get a little nippy again. But real nice from noon to 3:30 anyway. All righty. Thanks for checking in, Jim. Good to hear you. Over to you, Oliver, then KB6BA, K6MYC. You're home for more than one net so far. Over.
Yeah, things are getting back to normal. Got my usual echo in the background from another radio, but yeah, chilly but sunny. Got another hike in, and may do another hike on Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. K6MYC, KB6BA.
Yeah, well, hopefully the weather will hold for you. I don't know what it hell. I haven't really looked at the weather report. If you watch the weather reports on this cable news, there's a big channel that's just one notch up from Fox, which I use a lot. And we go up there and watch it, and 90% of the weather is from Kansas forward to the east. Sometimes they give Colorado and every place from Colorado east quite a bit of time. And the West Coast says, yeah, it's raining in Washington and Oregon, and it's starting to rain in Northern California, and it's 70 degrees in Los Angeles. Bye. That's about all we get. They don't even mention Central California, which is totally a different weather scheme here. They give San Francisco and Los Angeles, and it doesn't equate to us in any way, shape, or form overall.
Yeah, well, Fresno is sort of like flyover country from the Bay Area to LA, so But I know that truly fog and 99 can be a real issue this time of year. Maybe that's happened already, over.
Yeah, it's been happening. Been not terrible, and it's been intermittent, but there's been fog a good part of this last month or so. As soon as we started getting a little dribbly rains in late November, December, that's enough to make the Thule fog get going. We're above it here, but it's funny because occasionally it just the fog is down below and the clouds actually drop onto us. It's not fog up here; it's clouds, low-hanging clouds or high fog, one or the other. All right, good to hear you. Happy New Year, of course, and I'm glad to see you getting back on the normal schedule here, checking in. Thanks much. And KB6BA, K6MYC. Who else in the Bay Area? Where's Gary? WB6WNI, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, KF6QCH, K6KLY. Who else do we have?
That's okay.
KD6SOK. Well, knock me down. You're on 2 meters. You must be able to hear us.
Yeah, I can. The noise floor here is still pretty high, but I thought I'd give it a try tonight because it's very cold out. So I thought maybe the cold weather might improve the noise floor, and it really hasn't. So I'm amazed you can hear me anyway.
I can always hear you, Fred. I don't have that noise. I'll put you down here. 507. That'll be a rare one on this band for sure. But great to hear you, Fred. Happy New Year from us to you on 2 meters. Over.
Thanks, Mike. You too. Happy New Year as well to you and Judy. Yeah, it's been a chilly day out here, and it's getting cold right now. I got the heater running, so. But anyway, good to hear you. I thought I'd just try this radio and see if I could make it out tonight.
Well, you're doing fine over here. I mean, I would never know that you were having any problems. And of course, I'm running smoke in your direction. I could probably even peak the antenna a little bit because I think I'm a little bit north of you. But as long as you're copying, we'll let it go at that. Thanks again, Fred. And we'll look for you, of course, tomorrow night on 222, and then and so on and so forth through the rest of the week. Try a Wednesday again if you can try it, and if you can get on, and we'll see what happens. 2 nights in a row here. KB6 KD6 SOK K6MYC.
Thanks, Mike. 73.
73 Fred K6MYC Bozo Net Bay Area. Over. Okay, well, we'll come back. There may be some late checks. We're missing 3 or 4 regulars out of the Bay Area. So far, you're tied with Course Gold. All right, let's go up to N6 Radio Oscar and see if he's in here. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. High temperature 61. I didn't bother to cook because I'm come down with a cold or some kind of virus. So I just had chicken noodle soup, which is my cure for colds. On Thursday, I tried to check in on 432. But, you know, Thursday night is a pile-up night for me. Too many things going on. And the priority is the Zoom meeting of my operator team. So I threw my call in there a couple times, but you were pointed somewhere else. Anyway, we're going to go back in the house and try to get well. K6MYC N6RO.
Well, bummer. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. Hopefully I don't catch it. You must be leftovers from one of those real late night sessions. You kind of wore yourself too thin, I guess. And then you, of course, played hard over the New Year's Eve, New Year's weekend because of the music and all the stuff that was going on, football and whatever. Well, get well, hopefully, and we'll keep listening for you. I think I got you checked in. Somebody heard you on Thursday, so I know I checked you in on Thursday. I'm pretty sure I got you checked in, even though we didn't talk directly. Anyway, you're covered there, and you're covered here. And we'll look for you tomorrow, of course, on 222, if you can muster yourself to the shack. We had asparagus and chicken balls. Meatballs of chicken. You can't find chicken balls. They're hard to find in the store. But these were chickens ground up and made into balls. Over.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can do that with turkey, too. Oh, we had a contest here this weekend. Not me, but Chris N6WM did a single op. And he's leading. He has a high signal score in the world, not only U.S., but the world in his single op category. He had just under 2,300 QSOs on RTTY.
Oh, boy. Well, good for him. That sounds excellent. Wonderful. That's a big effort, and lots of wattage going through PG&E lines, huh?
Oh, yeah. He had quite a setup here. He had two Flex 6600Ms, so he has a total of 4 radios, and he integrated them all into his operating position, and he could listen on 4 bands at once, and but most of his activity was 2BSIQ, the new term for continuous transmitting and interleaving contacts. He did some SO3R for a while when there was, around sunset when 3 bands are open. Anyway, I just monitored what he was doing and watched football. See you tomorrow, N6RO.
See you tomorrow. Go rest up and stay stocked up in that chicken noodle soup. Take care. N6RO, K6MYC. Anybody else while I'm pointed in this direction? Bozo Net, K6MYC.
WB6JNP.
Okay.
WB6GGY.
I hear you also, Phil, WB6GGY and WB6JNP. Good evening. Hang on a second, Phil. And good evening to you, Dane. I was about ready to call you and have you jump in the car and run up and see if you or Dan, and see if you could see if Frank was up there. But we finally got an email, not an email, but a text message from him. And turns out he's had phone trouble, but he's been busy working for his neighbor up there. And I guess he's going to try and get down here tomorrow. But his phone would work, and he would take it into the shop, and they'd make it work at the shop. It would make calls in and out and all that, and then he'd take it home, and it wouldn't work. So it may have a dead front end or something that may be causing it to not to either get into the cell or hear what the cell is talking about. Anyway, he has more trouble than 6 other guys. So everything's okay. So I didn't pull the phone out and call you. I was going to mention it to you and Dan tonight to see if you could run up there and find out if he's gone or in the hospital. I can't even get him to call me back, and his wife doesn't call me back either. Ex-wife, I should say.
Queen Nancy Yankee.
UNY, got you, Marcus. Stand by. 1091. Gotcha. Okay. Anyway, back to you, Dane, and then we'll catch the others. K6MYC.
Okay, well, nothing new at this end. We're just finishing up dinner, and I thought, oh, I've got a quick break. I will come in here and see what's going on. It's been interesting the last couple days. The Tehachapi beacon's been quite a bit louder than normal, and I get to watch it come and go with the different band conditions. So, being one of those people that used beacons a lot for stuff like that, it's really kind of fun. Anyway, good evening, Judy, and we shall talk to everyone later. K6MYC, WB6JNP course code.
Okay, well, thanks very much, Dane. Appreciate it. And I'm good on the beacons. That and FT8 is the 2 modes for checking propagation these days. HF is FT8, of course. All right. right. Let's see. KG6QNY. Go ahead, Marcus, and then we'll catch the other one that's up north of you there. K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. This is KG6QNY 1091. And good evening, Judy. I just want to say I hope I see you folks Friday if you can make it to there. It'd be nice to spend some time with you folks. Other than that, that's it, Mike. This is Kilo Go 6, Green Nancy Yankee.
KG6QNY, gotcha. Well, we don't. I'm not going to promise anything. Judy goes from one day to the next, and some days she wants to go with me, and other days she doesn't. And if she doesn't go, I don't like to leave her home on a Friday night by herself. She's a little nervous about that up here, even though we're really, really safe and really isolated. But that's the other problem. So if she doesn't want to go in, then I usually don't go in either. But don't take it as an insult, Marcus. It's just what we have to do to get along. Over.
Yeah, I hear you, Mike. Well,
sorry. Take care, Marcus. Thanks again. Happy New Year, of course. KG6QNY, K6MYC. Now, who was the other one? I forgot who it was.
Golf Yankee, Bozo 884.
But anyways, I appreciate you out there, Mike and Judy, and like I said, I'll keep my fingers crossed. And I might flip for the bill if you go out.
Righty. Thanks, Marcus. 73s. And now that's right. You were so far out of the sequence here, Phil, that I didn't get it. I didn't remember it. 884. We got you now. And how are you doing up there? I'm not pointed your way, but let me get up towards Sacramento. Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, WB6GGY. Very good there, Mike. And we're on the XR. We're on the XR pills. They came in today, and we've taken the first dose of those XR. So we got ours. WB6GGY. And with that, we'll go ahead and let you get the rest of the net in there. WB6GGY in Twain Hart.
On the fine on everything there, Phil, on the pills and all. We got ours. We're on our 5th day here, and so far, honestly, I'm not seeing anything that I could identify as anything improving. But it may be improving without me realizing it. That's the problem when you take something like that and it's a mental thing. You don't know that you know more than you did before. Over.
That is so true. That is very true. Anyway, okay, I won't hold it. We'll talk to you hopefully tomorrow. And we missed you on both Saturday and Sunday. Bad communications there. 7-3, back to you there, Mike. WB6GGY.
Well, I thought you'd be in there on 20 meters on Saturday because the conditions were phenomenal. The guys were 20 over 9 here. You sure as hell should have heard them. So I don't know what happened on Saturday, but Sunday was bad. This morning it was terrible. They were about S4, S5, but we just gave up on it right after we got started. It was just hopeless. But not hopeless. I could have made it, but Bob couldn't get through. He couldn't hear them, and they couldn't hear him, and I was the only one that they could hear, so it was pointless. They were going to try again at 2100 or they were going to try again at 1700 a half hour later. 1700 is 9 o'clock our time local in the morning, but and I did get on for that, and it wasn't any better. It was no better at all. So then they said, well, we'll try 2100, but I didn't get on for that. I forgot about it at 2100. But they'll probably be there probably one more day tomorrow, but I'm not even sure that Billy doesn't have to go back to work. I think he said something about tomorrow, but if you look on 20 meters, if I don't hear anybody on 20, I'll come right over to 40 and we'll catch you there, catch up with you on 40 meters, Phil. WB6GGY, K6MYC, over.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I didn't catch Billy, but I did catch Bill on their CCY, and I talked for a while. So which was unexpected and fun. Okay, we'll talk to you later there, Mike, and you got a very nice signal tonight. Doing a great job. WB6GGY 73. You and Judy have a great evening.
Yeah, when did you work and what band did you work, Bill, CCY?
That was on 40. We did it on 40 meters. Go ahead.
In the morning on Long Path, huh?
Yes, it was.
Well, that's what a 4-element full-size will do on a 120-foot hill, over.
Yeah, I wish I had both your hill and the 4-element, but not this time around there, Mike.
I understand. Yeah, that's one of those that'll have to wait for the next lifetime. Well, we're watching the politics. It's all going along pretty smoothly, I think, in the big picture. If you look at it overall, it's going pretty well. And the Congress is getting excited about passing one gigantic bill to get a lot of things taken care of right quick, so Trump can get off to a running start there. Hopefully they can get that big omnibus bill through. I don't know whether that's a good way to do it, but they seem to think they can make it happen. And they think there's enough people that they can get the thing through. So that'll be good. Night, Phil, and we'll see you in the morning one way or the other. BB6GGY, K6MYC now pointed toward Sacramento and looking for KJ6 KFB or KD KO6KD.
756, 756, Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Foxtrot Bravo.
And good evening, Mike, KO6KD 776.
Okay, I got you, Bill, and I got you, Darren. Thank you very much. Hang in there a second. Who was the other one?
AJ6QS.
AJ6 Queen Leva. Good evening, George. Let's see, it's 10:31.
Yeah, that's correct, Mike. That's correct.
Okay, let me get you written in here. Okay. And thanks very much, George, for being in there. Happy New Year. I think we worked you since the New Year's, but just in the case we didn't, we'll wish you the best wishes for the new year. I think we did that, and hope for you and the wife for the best through the year. I know that's a tough one you're putting up with there. Anyway, let me see. Down to you, Darren, and see how you're doing. I may be overshooting you just a tad, but we got good copy. KJ6 KFB, go ahead.
Oh, you got it right on. That's good. That's good. I can hear you loud and clear tonight. Well, all I could say is yesterday brought one heck of a coughing fit for me. I don't know, some kind of bug floating around, but today I'm starting to feel a little bit better. At any rate, that's all I've got to report here. I'll let you carry on with the net. KJ6 KFB.
Okay, well, you might have the same thing that Ken has over there. N6RO is coming down with something. His throat's bad and coughing a lot, apparently, and sore throat. Something in the chest and the throat area. So maybe that is going around. But hopefully you get over it quickly. He had a big helping of chicken noodle soup. That's his cure for colds. Chicken noodle soup. Something about chicken fat's really good for you for a cold. Anyway, good deal, Darren. Good to hear you. Big, strong signal tonight. No problem. Hopefully you'll feel better, and you'll get through that coughing thing quickly. Let's see, Bill, over to you. I think I heard Bill in there. KO6KD, K6MYC.
Yeah, I'm here. I actually heard you better before you moved towards Sacramento, Mike. It's one of those skewed paths again, I guess, we're having. But good evening. And I did not catch you guys the last couple of days, but I did copy what you were saying to Phil. And good evening, Phil, if you're listening. Get out of the way and move on. I know John is waiting in the wings as well, but
catch up with you guys tomorrow then at some point, probably over around 40 meters. But anyway, that's it from here. And I know Darren's been under the weather and whatnot, but nothing to report here. We'll just catch you in the morning if the stars align properly. Hi. K6NYC and the Bozos from KO6KD.
Okay. Well, I don't know what was jumbling me up this morning. We were all kind of anxious to get off of the air. The band was poor on 20, and we did try it again at 1700. We were, of course, on at 1630, and things were poor. They could not copy Bob over there, and Bob couldn't hear them. I was S3 to S5, S6, I guess, but it wasn't good. So we said, let's try it at 1700, which we did, and it was not any better. So it wasn't just a band fade. Usually in a half an hour, the things will come out of a fade if you happen to be catching it. Sometimes the band will fade in and out, and you can catch it in a null, and you think you've got bad conditions, but it's just the normal fade. Billy and I have seen hundreds of those over the years. I've worked him over 800 times, so we've seen a lot of those funny nulls. Peak and null all morning long, and the latest we've ever worked him was 2200. Starting at 1600 and going all the way to 2200 and watching the nulls in and out. We did it again the other day at 2130, and it was still good. Not good, but it was workable. So we'll see in the morning. But I don't think Billy's going to be there, so I suspect we'll just test 20 quickly, and then I'll come over on 40, and we'll finish up with you and Bob and Phil and get back into normal routine on 40 meters in the morning. KO6KD, K6MYC.
Okay, sounds good. We'll pick you up in the morning then, Mike. Sounds good. 7-3 for now, and have a good evening. And we'll see you in the morning. KO6KD.
Okay, and then over to you, George. AJ6 Queen Lima, K6MYC.
Yeah, AJ6 Q here. Good evening, Mike and Judy, and Happy New Year to you as well. And everything's all right here. And your signal is really strong tonight, but it's a lot of fading. Sometimes it drops way down, but sometimes it's almost S9. Over.
Yeah, you're potent at the moment. You're just like a local in here. Best I've heard you in a long time. So, but wait 2 minutes and it'll sound the other way. I'll say the worst I've ever heard you, George. What's going on? Yeah, the band is up and down, but at least it gives us some good peaks, and that's what's important. And the contest coming up, January 18 is a VHF contest. Starts at Saturday morning at 11 in the morning, and it goes till 8 o'clock on Sunday evening. So maybe you can get on and throw a few contacts out for people with your grid square. That's all you need is your call and your grid when you work people. So you might put that one on your list of things to do in between the visits to the YL and so on. Anyway, good evening to you, George. And I'm going to try now for Redding and also for John up there, KR6MR. AJ6 Queen Lima, K6MYC.
Yeah, I hope there's some CW activity in the contest. Otherwise, I'll do a little sideband. Yeah, good idea. Thank you, Mike, and all the best to you, and talk to you later. AJ6Q.
Yeah, you can do CW. 144-200 is the national calling frequency, and you can try CW there, but if you set your radio up and split, you could say down 5 on CW or just call CQ on CW, and then if you don't get anybody, call CQ on phone or CW on 200. You should get takers. That's where the main activity is going to be on 144-200, over.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try, exactly. Normally we're on 144.090 most of the time, but during the contest I'll try that. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, and have a good evening, AJ6Q.
Yeah, 190 is a good frequency to go down to. Sounds good. All right, George, we'll see you. Hopefully we'll catch you in the contest there. Now, let's see. John, KR6MR, do you hear me in this direction?
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group, KR6MR, Bozo 759, over.
Yep, got your 759, all in good shape here. and you're sounding good. I'm probably not pointed right at you, but close enough and pretty steady, solid signal here. Hopefully it'll be good not only tomorrow night on 6, but the next night on 1296. That's the one we're hoping for. And you heard my comments about the contest, so maybe you can be ready for 1296 on June 18. I know you're ready already, but we'll try to do that Saturday evening thing. I think I'll do that again. We didn't get very many takers the last time on 1296, so maybe the conditions will be better this time. Usually get to 1296 between 8:30 and 9 o'clock in the evening. We start on 222 at 7:30, then we go to 432 at about 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock till 8:45 is 432, and then we try to get to 1296 before 9. So there you are. Hopefully we'll do that same schedule again, and I may be on other times too because of the weekend. So always monitor 144-200. And if you hear me, I can go to other bands if you want to try it on other bands at that time. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike. KR6MR here. I do have that marked on my calendar. I will try to remember. It's getting to the point where sometimes I'll sit there. Oh, that was yesterday. Oh, my mistake. Oops.
Well, you could miss it by one day and still get it. It starts at Saturday at 11 o'clock our time local. Starts Saturday on the 18th, I think, is the first day, whatever Saturday is. At 11 o'clock in the morning, all bands. There'll be a lot of activity on 6 and 2 meters right off the bat. And then people start wandering off in other directions. And it goes until Sunday night. We usually do not have a 2-meter net on Sunday night because the contest runs a half an hour into net time. Over.
Yeah, familiar. That's the regular contest operation schedule. Familiar with it. I do have it on my calendar.
Sounds good. All righty, 7-3 for now. We'll see you tomorrow night, and I'm going to see if I can get the Reading boys in here.
Okay, 73, KR6MR.
Okay, Reading, Charlie, November 80. Boy, would we like to see you guys on in the January contest on the 18th of this month. January 18, we need you guys from Charlie, November 80. KD6SW, K6MYC.
Okay, this is KD6 shortwave, number 145, Reading. Over.
We got you, and you're Q5 for a change, for heaven's sakes. Let's hope the band is going to hold there. Let me check quickly for Jerry in case the band is just up on a peak at the moment. KO6HS, K6MYC. Jerry, are you there this evening? Okay, I got you, Jerry. I picked up the mic and then I dropped it. But we got you all okay. You're Q5, but not quite as strong as Rich, but Q5. Good to hear both of you above the noise for a change here. Hopefully it'll be good and getting better as we approach that contest weekend on January 18. We'd love to have you on giving out Charlie November 80. Boy, that would be a rare one for a lot of people. Charlie November 80 is a very rare grid for us in the contest. We used to have K6AAW, but I think he's passed away now. And so you're the only guys to hold up the Charlie November 80 thing. So there you go. Get on 6 meters when you can on that one, Rich, and of course on 2 meters as well. Back to you, Rich, and hopefully you might comment on how the weather's done. On Friday, we got 3 or 4 tenths of an inch. That's been our big rainfall for the last week or so. So we're not getting anything like what we'd like, but it's better than nothing. KD6 Sugar Whiskey with KO6 Hot Syrup, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, KD6SW. Well, there's no rain today. It was a nice afternoon. Yesterday afternoon wasn't too bad either, but it's pretty much stopped rain. It looks like we got a week of halfway decent weather coming up there. No rain, so you'll be responsible for taking all the rain here in California, Mike. Over.
Yeah, boy, God, you're being too greedy up there. But I'm probably making the lakes fill up nice, and lots of water flowing down the Sacramento River. Good deal. I wish we were getting more of it here. Maybe this big corona hole is going to fix it. I don't know whether you knew it or not, but every 6,000 years the Earth reverses its poles, and we're in the process of doing that this year. The Earth's poles are reversing. The Sun does it every cycle, but the Earth does it every 6,000 years or so. So between that and the big sunspot cycle, we're having all kinds of funny stuff going on. Big corona hole at the present time, which is really barfing up some of the bands on short term. So all kinds of bad stuff and good stuff going on. Anyway, 7-3, and we'll look for you tomorrow on 6 meters. Try to get on 6 meters for a quickie. Keep an ear out for us pretty early in the evening, around 8:30 or so in your direction. KD6 Sugar Whiskey with KO6HS to take it for a final K6MYC.
Okay, nice went Dublin there. Well, my 6-meter rig is in getting repaired. The receiver died on my 590, so there won't be any 6-meter activity for possibly a couple of weeks anyhow. Okay, 73, may the force be with you. This is KD6 shortwave. You ready? Over.
Okay, well, thanks for the heads up on the 6 meters, and I won't spend too much time looking for you. Hopefully you'll get the radio back by time for contest on January 18. 7-3, Rich. KD6SW, Happy New Year to you and the family. K6MYC, bye for any final from you, Jerry. And Happy New Year to you as well and the family there, over.
Roger. Yeah, you came up there real good there, Mike. Happy New Year and all that good stuff. And we're going to sit back and enjoy the reversal of the magnetic pole there, whatever may come from that. See you later, KO6HS.
Yeah, it's a very rare event, obviously. We have to wait another 6,000 years for it to happen again, so you better make note of what's going on this time. And keep your notes so you can check on it the next time, huh? Thanks, Jerry. 7-3, Happy New Year to you and the whole family there. Have a good 2025. All right, 7-3s, guys, K6MYC. Anybody else in the Sacramento area for check-ins here before we go to Nevada? Nothing heard, Nevada. Here we come. Here we are toward Nevada. KD6BQ, K6MYC. Richard?
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249, over.
Yeah, good signal, 249. My pen is getting so worn out here, I can't see where I'm writing, so I took a little time before I got back to you that time. Let's see if I can get a darker pen here. I'm running out of ink on this felt pen. Anyway, great signal, booming like you're in the shack with me. What happened?
Oh, it just seemed to be good condition tonight. I've been hearing you most of the evening, although there's some QSB now. I got a tip from my father-in-law before he became a silent key, and I actually inherited his pencils and pencil sharpener. He used number 2 pencils with an electric pencil sharpener. Works all the time, and it doesn't break like the mechanical pencils, and it doesn't skip and run out of ink like the pens, and the electric sharpener keeps them sharp. So anyway, I still have about 3 dozen of his pencils in boxes there, over.
So do I, but I can't see pencils anymore, and even number 2, even with a blunt point, I can't see them. So I'm using a felt pen, black felt pen, and it makes a fairly wide number, but this last batch has gotten really thin, and I'm having the tendency to write over the top of numbers already written. So I don't want to do that. Judy's going to transcribe this probably in the morning. And I got to make it sure so she can read all the numbers. I can remember usually everybody that checked in, so usually I can sort through little issues if I cover up a number. She said, I can't read this number, and I'll say, well, give me one number from it, and, you know, say 9. Oh, that's got to be Richard, 249. So we can usually sort through it, but I try not to have to deal with that if we can avoid it. Anyway, good to hear you. Have you heard anything from Larry? I haven't heard Larry on for a week now.
I haven't heard anything, but I didn't get in here that early, and I just realized I didn't have my 222 FM radio on, so I haven't tried to call him yet. I can give him a call there.
Okay, give him a call. In the meantime, I'll call Daniel and see if we can get Daniel or perhaps even Stan over there in Fallon, Nevada, get him in here. So give Larry a call, and I'll call KD6, KE7 UQL, KE7 Uniform Quebec Lima, KE7 UQL, K6 MYC. Daniel? I wonder if Daniel's sick. I haven't heard him now for a week and a half. Over.
I haven't heard anything here either, so let's see. I may have to dig around and see if I have his phone number.
Wow. Yeah, you may have to give him a jingle or something. Maybe Larry has his phone number. Let me go a little further over here to the west, the east, I should say. Let's see if I can hear Stan in there. K7SUN. Stan, I wonder if you're here, so I can wish you Happy New Year in Fallon, Nevada, way over there in another state. K6MYC. K7SUN or KE7UQL or N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC, calling and listening. Boy, you're going to have to whip those boys into shape over there, Richard. They're flaking out on you. I'm hoping that Daniel's not sick. He's been so reliable. He's just been Mr. Consistency. Challenging you for the consistency of being on the bands, but he's got all of the bands when he gets on. So that's one advantage that he has over you. He's got 222 and 1296. One of these days, maybe we'll get you to put those up. Hi. Don't forget, there's a contest. The contest, the January contest, ARRL VHF UHF microwave contest, is on January 18, 19. Saturday, Sunday that weekend. I think I got the dates right. The date's right. I'm not sure what day it starts. It starts on Saturday at 11 a.m. in the morning and goes to 8 o'clock Sunday evening. And, of course, that's the weekend we do not have a 2-meter Bozo Net like we're having tonight, because it goes into the contest isn't over till half hour into the net. And it sort of screws up the net. Anyway, KE7 UQL, N7 Whiskey Tango, K6 MYC, calling and listening. Well, I'm just not getting anywhere, and I guess you're getting no response on the 220 link. Over.
Yeah, that's correct. No response from Larry tonight. And I don't know, maybe Daniel, I mean, we got a little bit of snow on Friday and Saturday, and then it got cold, so it's very icy. And so he may not want to be going up on his roof if there's ice on the roof there. Over.
Well, the 2-meter antenna stays up. That's one he doesn't take down at all. And it's up there. And he was missing even before you had the snow, so I'm worried that he's maybe sick with COVID or something. Over.
Okay, yeah, that could be. We'll have to see if I can scout out his number and give him a call, see if he's doing all right. Yeah, because I can't explain why he's not there. Over.
Yeah, he's got all the other antennas down, and I think one of these weekends, I don't know whether it was this one or next weekend, he's going on a POTA thing, you know, parks on the air, like he did last year. And so he's got all the antennas set up for that. He takes all the antennas down when he does that. But of course, if he's got ice on the roof, then I don't know what his plans are going to be. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, if you do get in touch with him, reminding him about the January contest, because we sure need him on from DMO9, over.
KM6SR.
Yeah, I don't think he'd miss a contest unless there was a really good reason, so I expect that he'll be there.
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead, Rob. Say hello to Richard.
Yeah, sure. I had some other information also. How you doing, Richard? Yeah, you're very loud tonight, like you're in the driveway there. KD6BQ, KM6SR.
Yeah, good evening, Rob. KM6SR, KD6BQ. Yeah, you're good and loud here, too. A little bit of flutter on the signal, but S9 plus a little over.
Yeah, roger on that. I'm picking a little flutter from you, too, but not very much. Yeah, I've got Daniel's number, so if you want me to give him a call tomorrow, I can do that, over.
Why don't you give the number to Richard also, and then Richard can call him, and maybe if you forget or miss him, Richard can give it a try from a local distance here, over.
Let me see if I got Richard's number. I don't really want to give Daniel's number over the air unless he says it's okay.
Okay.
Well, if you want, you can copy mine over the air, over.
Okay, go ahead, Richard.
Alrighty, area code 775 and the prefix 849-7935. 775-849-7935, over.
Okay, got it. Is that a cell phone?
Negative. That's a real telephone. It's actually connected to the phone office with copper wire, over.
Oh, okay. You got a collector's item there. Well, I was going to text you Daniel's number, but I guess that won't do much good on a regular phone, over.
Nope, it just totally ignores it. I never know you tried, and it never says anything about text. But the good thing about it is when everything else, when there's problems in the area like the fire we had this summer, it still works. But unlike the cell phones and everything else that quit working, the POTS line continues to work no matter what's going on.
Yep, they got their own power, and they're a little more, they've been around longer than the cell towers, so they're a little more stable, I guess, there. Good to hear you on there tonight, Richard. KD6BQ, KM6SR.
Yep, roger that. Good to hear you, and Happy New Year, Rob. We'll look forward to getting your call there sometime, and I'll try to get a hold of Daniel and see if things are going okay there. KM6SR with K6MYC, KD6BQ in Nevada.
Okay, Richard, I'll give you a call in a little bit. Is that okay?
Roger, roger.
Yeah, we're just about done here, Richard, so expect a call within the next 10 minutes or so from Rob. Rob, I'm not going to give you a count because Judy's not in the shack tonight. I'm going to guess that it's around 35 or so, but it could be one or two more than that. But I'm sure that whatever you send over will be correct. The only ones we're not sure of are the ones that Dennis did. You want to go over that list quickly?
Sure, I could. I ended up having, 42, I think it is.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I got from Dennis, I got 160, 336, 733, I think.
782.
782, okay. And then what else?
849 and 132.
Got those.
And then 233, and then the pair 1063 and 1064.
Yeah, okay. Well, then I got them all. That's it.
Well, there was one after 1064, which is at JR up there in Pollock Pines, 1101.
Oh, well, that's one I didn't get. Let me write that one in. Let me go quickly then. 73, Richard. Happy New Year, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 6 KD6BQ, K6MYC, going back to the Bay Area.
Okay, Mike, K6MYC, KD6BQ, and negative on tomorrow night. It's the first Monday of the month, and I'll be at the Astronomy Club meeting, and I can't miss this one because I'm the one making the presentation on aligning phased array telescopes. So I won't be here tomorrow night for 6, over.
Roger.
Hey, Richard, I had your phone number in my phone already, so I'll give you a call.
Roger. We'll look forward to talking to you. 7-3 all. Have a good evening and Happy New Year. K6MYC, KM6SR, KD6BQ, Delta Mike 09.
7-3.
7-3, Richard, KD6BQ, KM6SR.
Did.
Yeah, I don't know what it means, but did. That last little dit there, Mike. He had to have the last word, I guess, huh?
No, he comes back with a single dit when he does that. When you go dit. That's just a sort of Roger. It's sort of a little colloquialism, if you will. When he's in 73s, you say dit, and he comes back with dit.
Yeah, pretty clever.
Not meaning any letters. It's just gotcha.
Makes sense. I'm not a CW guy, but makes sense.
Yeah, okay. I'm pointed toward the Bay Area looking for late checks and mist. The Bay Area late checks and mist. I can optimize the antenna if we can hear you at all. K6MYC Bozo Net. Looking for KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, WB6WNI, KF6QCH, K6KLY, perhaps others. Let's see, KT2G, we haven't heard for a long time, K6MYC.
Oh, here's WB6WNI 1090.
That's your 1090. Good evening, Gary.
Oh, good evening, Mike. You've been holding strong. I know we were eating dinner when I think it was JNN said you were doing over S9. You're still doing over S9. And, it's amazing. We just finished dinner. It was a nice day over here. Beautiful day. Back to you.
Yeah, we had a pretty nice day here. It got to about 59 or 60, but the sun was a little thin at times with the funny, cloudy, thin, misty stuff coming through. Sun was always there, but it got dimmer, and it started to come out pretty good around noon. So noon through 3:30 when I was out, it was pretty nice. 3:30, the sun was drifting into the trees on the western horizon, and I was getting chilly. So that was the end of the day outside. Otherwise, no rain, no nothing, no wind. So it didn't get toasty warm, that's for sure.
No, that's going to wait a little bit, but the weather was fine, and I agree with you. We were out with the dog several times because we have a Labrador, and she would prefer it like it was today, around mid-50s. She would walk forever in mid-50 weather, but as soon as you get into the shadows, wow. And I say that after listening to some hams who had 8 degrees, and there I'm complaining about 50 being too cold, but it all depends where you live.
Well, we get wimpy in this California weather, don't we?
Oh, yes. It fills up your resistance to heat, and you've been around here, but particularly in Fresno, and my sister is in Chico. Oh, it gets toasty hot. Anyway, nothing more here, Mike. We'll probably catch you on Wednesday. But yes, beautiful signals once again. But I know it's late, so I will turn it back to you and say 73 K6MYC from WB6WNI 1090.
Oh, I thought you had 6 meters.
Yeah, right here on the radio I'm talking with you, but let me point, I use 6 meters, and I have a beam I can put together, but, it happens maybe during the summer. To get on 6, I use the Cushcraft R7, which of course is not designed for 6, but I can receive you splendidly on the R7, but it makes a horrible transmitting antenna.
Well, might just try to check in and see if we can hear you. I can't go vertical, but it may be enough bouncing around that I can hear you. All righty, 7-3 for now, Gary, and thank you very much for coming in after dinner. I'm burping here from dinner. I got a little heartburn, so I'm going to have to go in and have a glass of water and cool the tummy down here a little bit. Anybody else in the Bay Area before we give it away here this evening? K6MYC, Bozo Net, 73, Gary.
Yeah, 73, Mike, and we'll be listening out.
Bay Area, where's KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie? He's usually late, but not this late. How about KF6 QCH? We did have a rare one in here tonight. We had KD6 SOK. He can't hardly get on 6, on 2, because he can't hear anything. He's got terrible noise. But I coaxed him in, and he came in anyway, and he heard us. So that was good. Nice to hear Fred on 2 meters. Yours, Ed, Bozo Net. Last call, unless we go down to Porterville and to the south. K6MYC calling and listening. Let's go south. Might as well do that, Richard. Rob. We are down south, KE6BK. KE6BK, Eddie, are you around this evening? K6MYC. KB6RQU, how about you, Rich? Rick, I should say. Rick. KB6RQU, K6MYC. N6SWR, W6 Lima Alpha Delta, anybody?
W6LAD, I'm down here.
Okay, you don't have to wait. You can check in anytime you hear us, even if I'm calling somebody else. Don't hesitate to yap out, and I know that at least there's somebody there, even if I don't get you. Good evening, Ian. I honestly can't remember the number yet, but good to hear you in here. Go ahead.
Oh, roger that. Yeah, the number is 1154. 1154.
I got you. And how are you doing? Happy New Year, Ian.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Mike. I'm doing pretty good. I set my alarm so I'd remember to get on the net tonight, and right as I got in the shower, my alarm went off, so I had to come in a bit late. But glad I made it. I hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah, well, you could usually get here, as long as you get here before 9. It's a very rare day we're done before 9 on 2 meters. It's just pushing up toward 9 now. Actually, it's a little after. What is it here? Yeah, just 9 o'clock. 9 plus 10. 9:10. Okay. So, yeah, you're okay. Like I say, 9 o'clock is about as early as we ever get done here, it seems like. But good to hear you. And I'm pretty sure you had pretty nice weather down there today. It wasn't real warm, but we did have some sun. How about you?
Yeah, same thing down here. A little cloudy, but nothing bad. I'd say it was a fair day. I mean, I can't complain. I like this weather, so it worked out great for me. But I spent most of my day in the ham shack doing some cable management, trying to get all my cables and cords and coax and stuff. Not such a rat's nest.
No, rat's nests are good if you're a rat, but anyway, Rob, I wonder if you want to say hello to Ian there, over.
Sure, yeah, I was gone. I was on the phone with Rich for a little bit, but I heard him in there. Yeah, Ian, W6 LAD is a KM6 SRR. When I do the Bozo Net, I usually leave my radio on for a while I'm doing all the logging and making up the list to send over to the IO group. So if you're late, give it a try anyway. I hear K6MI a lot of times after the net, and sometimes LOL, over.
All right. Roger that. Yeah, I don't want to step on anybody's toes or anything, so I usually just wait my turn. But yeah, that would be helpful. Because I went to go eat a burrito, so I took my phone with me and had the live stream going just in case you guys swung back down here so I could run back into my shack. But yeah, that sounds good. Next time I will do that.
And Mike has no issues with you checking in whenever he pauses. Even though if you're over somebody, he'll tell you, hey, hang on, I got you, and then he'll get back to you. That's the best way to get in there, over.
Roger that. Okay, yeah, for the future, that's what I'll do.
Hey, Mike, was there anybody before Ian in there and after Gary?
No. No, I didn't have anybody else after Gary. Gary was the last one in the Bay Area. I couldn't get some of our regulars there. KT2G has been missing now for a month, but his mother died, and then his father came over to visit, but I don't think his father was in good shape either, so maybe he's been busy making arrangements for his father, either to put him into a funeral home or maybe to make arrangements. Maybe he's back in Italy making sure he's settled in and has somebody to be care for him over.
Yeah, that's right. I think I do remember something like that. Yeah, he was in here quite a bit ways back.
Well, he'll be back. He's just he's very busy, and he has business. He's still doing business in Italy and in Europe, so he travels a lot. But sometimes he's in here for 3 or 4 days at a time. Anyway, I wish we could get Ben back, KN6SWR. We need to have some more DMO5 stations. I'm worried about Rick being consistent and things breaking, and he's just not a good big contester either. So we need the DMO5. That's getting rarer than Charlie November 80, over.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hey, I got a text from Aaron. He's back now, so he's on if you wanted to say goodnight to him.
Good night, Aaron.
Yeah, I got to turn my microphone on here. There we go. Yeah, good evening. Yeah, we were watching Harry Potter with my 8-year-old. She finished reading the book, and over the last 2 nights we were watching the movie, so I had to go watch the second part of Harry Potter.
Okay. We'll let you do that.
Yeah, things you can do when she doesn't have to go to school tomorrow.
Oh, they got another week off?
Yeah, 1 more week, so I got to go to work tomorrow, but I don't have to take kids anywhere in the morning.
Okay. Well, I guess we're out of here. Maybe the text from Frank will come true. Frank said he's finishing up his neighbor's work, and he should be down here tomorrow, and we can have him have a quick look at this computer, and hopefully he'll remember to bring a laptop down and he can plug it in and make sure it works. Otherwise we can probably take it in the house and plug it into something else and make sure it is working at least, and maybe reboot the thing and restart the line that goes into the house. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, well, we know the line into the house is working because because the 9700 is still connected, but yeah, the cable going to that computer. So yeah, very good, and should have my 222 transverter on Tuesday. It got shipped late last week, and I should have it on Tuesday. So I'll probably check in with you tomorrow on FM, and then we'll be able to check in the next Monday, and then we'll be ready for the contest on the 18th.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And then, you can't complain that there's nobody checking in from Fresno.
Well, Ken can get on. Ken checks in from time to time, but AJ6, WA6AAJ, and AA6S both unloaded their 220 stuff, which was a shame. So, yeah, we've gotten thin in the Fresno area and the San Joaquin Valley on 222 for sure.
Did Bill get rid of his stuff?
I don't know what they did with it, but they got off of the air.
Yeah, I know Mike sold me his stuff, so I've got his amp and that big antenna.
Yeah, so he's off completely, and I don't know what Bill's done with his.
Well, Mike, you need to get your microwave out there because Aaron's going to be messing around with the club's new purchase, which is some of that 10 gigahertz stuff, over.
Yeah, Marcus bought a 905 for the club, and I get to put it together. So I'll have access to a couple extra bands that nobody else is on in this area anymore.
Well, I can give you a 3-foot dish, a 4-foot dish, 8-foot dish, a 10-foot dish, or a 16-foot dish. Which one would you like?
Well, I think we're starting with ICOM is selling a 10 gig parabolic dish that we got coming, and I think it's about a foot, maybe a foot and a half in diameter. So there'll be something to start with. We'll have some collinear antennas on 2.4 and 5.6 that I'm sure at some point we'll want to replace with something else.
And that's dish stuff all the way.
Oh, yeah, and there's a lot of 2.4 and 5.6 are pretty easy because they're really close to the Wi-Fi bands, and so there's a lot of parabolic and like grid antennas that you can get for those two bands.
Okay. Let me get out of here. I think we're done. I got to go in the house and catch a little piece of Levin that I missed earlier. So we'll see you guys tomorrow on one way or the other here. Good evening to you, Rob. Good evening to you, Aaron. And Rob, you may have forgotten, but maybe you've got so much on your schedule you aren't going to have time. But we still have a big chainsaw job here if you want to get some stools.
Okay, that one big tree limb that broke off?
Well, it's a whole tree.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I drove up the road a little bit last time I left your place, and I thought I saw, half the tree fell over on a big limb. It's up in the air, and boy, that kind of worried me. If you're not able to see real good to see if that thing starts wobbling around there, they call those trees widowmakers, over.
Yeah, no, I know, no. Now this one's down in another road that's below the ranch. You can't see this one. It's on a farm road.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you mentioned that. I was talking about driving my truck there, and you said I couldn't get over there, but your ATV could. Okay, yeah. Let me see. I've got to do my driveway grading tomorrow while it's still wet, so I can't really put that off too much. And I need to see how my chainsaw is doing. Last time I had it running, it made a little funny poof noise and stopped, over.
Oh, we don't like poof noises.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I was running it pretty hard, so maybe it just got tired. Or, sometimes if the exhaust starts getting plugged up, it doesn't want to run right, too. So I had to wait till it cool off. Now I have to go look at it.
Okay. No worries. It's not a big deal. I just wanted to mention it to you because I knew you were kind of anxious about that. I probably got some other ones on my property. If that one looks like it's going to be a problem or doesn't turn out to be a good log, I can't tell from the shape of it and the way it's fallen if it's a good round, if we get any good complete round pieces out of it. It's big in diameter, but it may have a bad side on it. Sometimes those oaks have got some rot on one side. Anyway, we can look at it. If nothing else, we can cut it in a couple of places and get it out of the driveway, out of that roadway anyway.
Yep, that'd be a good thing to do. And, yeah, I forgot that was a big oak tree. And sometimes those big oak trees are hollow on the inside, too, although it probably depends on if it's a blue oak or a live oak, over.
Yeah, well, this is a live oak, and it may be one of those hollow center ones. Anyway, then we could look around on my property. I got a lot of downed trees that are pretty big diameter that we've got stacked up in various places. So I've also got one down just off the road. As you come up to my property, just 100 feet past the beginning of my property, as you come up the hill, there's a downed section that's about 8 feet long of a blue oak, and we might get a good log section out of that. We'll take the tractor up there and roll it up and cut that one too. That's another possibility. That's going to be good stuff.
Okay, sounds good. I better get going on what I got going here.
Go to it. Again, I didn't want to push you on this. Don't worry about it. If it goes into January or into February, it's not going to make any difference here. Over.
Okay, well, I don't want to make you wait that long. You're kind enough to let me take a look and see what we can find. So I've got probably Tuesday and maybe Wednesday. Ooh, and I'm going with Marcus up to Sacramento on Thursday. We're going to go see Dennis up there and get some of his stuff. Over.
No worries. Don't push it, and then you got the club meeting Friday night this week, so don't worry about it this week at all.
Hey, Rob, are you going to go to HRO?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. It'd be fun to have a little side field trip and check them out, huh?
Yeah, go spin the knobs and check out the toys.
What's Marcus going to go get?
Well, Dennis has an old MFJ antenna analyzer that's a pretty decent price, so he's going to get that. And I think he always wants to get little things that he can bequeath to the newbies that are trying to get things going. So Dennis has got a couple of small little antennas that might be good for that. Over.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, one way or the other, on one band or another. K6USY, KM6SRR. Anybody else listening? Good night, all. K6MYC, Central California, Bozo 47, clear.
All righty, Mike. We'll catch you later, and yeah, we're always looking for the perfect sweep. We got to get on every list. We'll catch you later. K6USY and up to Rob.
Okay, good night, Mike. And I won't say Judy because she's not in there. She's a smart one tonight there. K6MYC, KM6SR. 73, Mike.
Yeah, she saw that 37 degrees temperature, this overnight temperature, and she said, couldn't get excited about coming out here. No worries. I got it under control here, as you know. All right, see you later, guys. K6MYC. Good night.
All righty, good night to everybody on YouTube. K6USY DMO6.